Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy KrisZeeTee, and in today's video, I am bringing you guys the most OP build in NBA 2K21. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, you see that I tweeted this build out. It is the pure stretch big, and I'm going to show you guys how to make it here. Now, this build is particularly OP because in this game, I'm going to be honest with you guys, my last build, the Rim Sharp, it cannot hit threes consistently like last year. The only way you can hit threes is if you get Green Machine rolling, and then it's basically a 50-50 chance. So three-pointers are not consistent, but the mid-ranges are very consistent. So keep that in mind as you make the build. Now, this build is kind of a counter to that because I believe that paint defense with the wingspan that I give this build is going to be perfect. Now, like I said, this is a pure stretch big. You don't need anything else. Make it a pure stretch. So now for the physicals. This one took a lot because I was going to go pure speed, but then realized that you need more strength because although strength doesn't matter too much, you still need a little bit of strength. And then I was going to go with the speed, vert, and acceleration pie. But then I realized that with the balanced pie chart, you get 10 plus strength, you lose 4 vertical, which is okay. You're not really going to be catching lobs that much on this build, but you can, as you will see with the attributes. So honestly, go with the balance. You get 10 plus strength, which will help because this build is obviously not a defensive archetype. Right, so for the attributes, all you're going to want to do in the finishing category is max out your driving dunk and standing dunk. Don't touch anything else because I want to show you guys, even if you want to get finishing badges, you can get 9, but you would pretty much have to max out everything to get 9 finishing badges. Even to get 3, you would have to max out 1, 2, 3, 4 categories. So don't do that. Plus, you don't get long athlete on this build, so nothing matters. Max out your driving dunk and standing dunk. Now for the shooting, what you're going to want to do is max out the three-pointer, max out the mid-range, and then max out your post fade for a total of 26, and then put one more on that free throw for 27. Now, the great part of this build is that you get 4 playmaking badges. Alright, so now for the defensive, all you're going to want to do is max everything out, and you're going to have 1 attribute point left, and you could apply that attribute point to whatever you would like. You could put it on your shooting, you could put it on post moves or anything like that. I'm going to put it on my free throw, so I have a 63 free throw. So the final badge count is 1, 27, 4, and 10. And I know you guys are thinking this. How in the world are you guarding bigs or inside centers? Well, I'm going to show you guys why. I went with defined on my body shape, 6'7" height. You have a 92 three-pointer and then 68 ball control, which is actually very good on a pure stretch big. It's 77 pass accuracy. As you guys see, the interior defense and the rebounding kind of goes down, but trust me, once you apply this one thing, you will be fine. So for the weight, you're going to want to go 242. You get that plus strength boost. You only lose 1 on the acceleration, so go 242. Now for the wingspan. This is what makes the build absolutely overpowered. You're going to want to go max wingspan. Trust me here. You could go any other wingspan and it will not work. Trust me, go max wingspan. Your strength goes down to 60, but it is what it is. Like I said, strength doesn't matter too much in this game. So your interior defense is a 60 with the 242 pounds weight. Your block is a 65, a steal is a 74, your rebounding is a 71 and a 54. You know, offensive rebounds are going to be a little tough, I'm going to be honest, but the defensive rebounds will fall because you have max wingspan. That is the best part of this build. You have max wingspan. As you guys see, the dunking is actually pretty good for being a pure stretch. You have a 62 driving dunk, a 72 standing dunk. So if you have a playmaker who could throw you lobs, you will catch the lobs, trust me. And obviously the great part of this build is that you have an 88 three-pointer. Once you get your badges, you will not miss on this build. So the offense is going to be very easy for whatever guard you are playing with. Obviously, you prefer to play with a kind of a guard that knows how to pass the ball. You don't want to play with a guard that, you know, just throws lobs to the inside because this build is not for you. This build could also be very useful for threes. All I'm saying is that this build might become the new meta, as I've seen people use it and I've used it myself. This build, like I said, does not miss whatsoever. Get your badges. Once you get that 10 defensive, you are not going to get babied in the paint. It might be a little tough at first, but the max wingspan is going to give you great shot contests under the basket. Obviously, go with sharp shooting takeover. Now I'm going to move on to the badges that you should have on once this build is maxed. Alright, so for the 1 finishing badge, I suggest you guys put it on, where is it? Lob City Finisher, because obviously when you have 1 finishing badge, you're not going to really be doing much, so might as well put on Lob City Finisher. Now you have 27 shooting badges. You could really put this on whatever it is you like. I have it on kind of like this. Once I max out my build, you could even have difficult shots on, and then corner specialist on gold. If you don't want difficult shots, you could throw on catch and shoot. So basically, with these badges, you will not miss. Trust me on that. You will not miss with these badges. In my opinion, actually, I would bump these down and then put silver clutch shooter on. So basically, with these badges, you will not miss a single shot. And if you do miss, it is kind of your fault. So now, let's move on to the forward playmaking. What I was thinking while making this build is that I want to be able to dribble just a tiny bit. So I want to go gold quick first step and bronze bailout. Obviously, you have actually very good passing on this build. Now, this is the most important part of the build. You're going to want to put bronze box on because remember, worm is very imminent in this game, so you want to prevent it as much as possible. Obviously, bronze box won't prevent it completely, but it'll help a lot. Gold rim protector, and then this really depends. You can be setting screens, put gold brick wall on, or silver brick wall, and put bronze chase down artist. Now, this, like I said, this all depends, but essentially, these two badges are what is going to allow you to not get babied. This gold rim protector and the gold rebound chaser, obviously for rebounds. I suggest you guys just do it like this. If you're setting screens, if you're not setting screens, then you could always throw on the possible worm to maybe worm your opponents right back, because worm in this game is very OP. Or you could just put it on interceptor. Intimidator doesn't really work in this game, I'm going to be honest. So I honestly don't really know what to put it on. I would just put it on brick wall and call it a day, because I do play with people that I set screens for. So yes, that is basically what my badges would be. Let me go back and show you guys again. Gold quick first step, bronze bailout, gold catch and shoot, silver clutch shooter, gold corner specialist, gold deadeye, Hall of Fame green machine, Hall of Fame hot zone, Hall of Fame range, and Hall of Fame volume shooter. A lot of people ask me about this volume shooter badge. Last year, it was told that basically volume shooter, what it provided was that every single time you shoot an open shot, it boosts your green window for the next open shot. So I highly suggest you guys use this on as high as possible. Obviously, range extender is a great badge. Allows you to basically shoot from anywhere. And you have an 88 3 ball, so you are going to be able to shoot from anywhere. And then you have Hot Zone Hunter, obviously. Hot zones in this game are absolutely insane. Use Hot Zone Hunter. If you have hot zones, you're not going to be able to miss. Hall of Fame green machine, obviously. Increases the bonus given for consecutive excellent releases. Why wouldn't you use green machine? Gold Deadeye. I like Deadeye a lot this year because there are some contests that don't make sense, and then there's also contests that should be contests that aren't contests, if you guys know what I'm saying. And then you have Gold Corner Specialist. Obviously, if you pop to the corner, once again, with Corner Specialist, you're not going to be able to miss. Now, Clutch Shooter is a great badge because once you get past 14 points, no matter what the score is, it going to be 14-0, and Clutch Shooter still activates. So this badge is very good. If you are playing a wager, or if you're just playing in the comp scene, use Clutch Shooter. I highly recommend it. And obviously, catch and shoot, as the badge describes, it's literally you just catch the ball and shoot. So obviously, for the finishing badge, you went Lob City finisher on bronze. So that's pretty much it. Now, I'm going to show you guys my jump shot very fast and then call the video there. So I see you guys at my jump shot. Alright, so for my jump shot, I am using the jump shot that I pretty much use on most of my builds now. And I'm using Jumpshot 98, Rudy Gay Release 1, Paul George Release 2. It is a great jump shot. I believe on my guard I used Kobe Bryant, so I kind of switched up the releases, so now you guys know that. Alright, so my jump shot is base 98, Rudy Gay Release 1, Paul George Release 2. This is the official jump shot for this build. I'm not going to be changing it. I just like the way that left-handed players shoot with Paul George, upper release 2, and then Rudy Gay obviously has always been a great shot. So that is the blending right there on the screen, 70-30, as my other jump shots usually always are. Now, with the release speed, you could go max if you like, but the release speed max, I believe it is glitched because I'm not a bad shooter, as you guys know that. But with max release speed, I just cannot green a single shot. That goes with my pure sharp, this build, my play shot. I cannot green with max release speed. So I recommend you guys tone this one down to 75, and you guys will realize that shooting becomes a lot easier. So that will do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoy. Go make this build if you like. This build is quite the sharpshooter, and it plays pretty good defense for it being a pure stretch big. I love you guys, man. Have a great day.